everybody. Just check some stuff because OBS is running really weird at the moment. Okay, everything seems to be fine. I'm gonna turn on the closed captions thing as well. Okay. Yeah, sorry about getting started a little bit late. Something's gone weird in OBS and then it doesn't recognize my Twitch channel anymore for some reason, but whatever. We seem to be back now. How's it going, Diggs, by the way? 7, who dropped in almost immediately as the stream went live, which suggests maybe you're a bot. But anyway, how's it going, just in case you're not? Okay, Monkey Island. Let me shrink so we're back. I skipped on Monday just because I wasn't feeling great, but we're back to it now. Let me just check, because there should be a previously thing. So I just want to see if it's doing that. Previously on, okay, so we should get it when I load in. We didn't get it last time, so we'll see this time. That was the last save. 21-23. That sounds about right. Yeah. This one's a little bit later.
Do you remember where we were?
Kind of, but remind me a little.
Kind of, but remind me a little.
Okay. Captain Madison and her friends betrayed me before I could betray them, and they kicked me off a cliff, which hurt. But I had the true map at last,
on my bum.
And now I knew that the secret of Monkey Island had been in the voodoo shop on Melee Island all along. And Elaine arrived just at the right time to help me get there. We were about to fix up my old ship, the Sea Monkey, and sail to Melee together.
That's where we stopped. Okay, so let's see what Elaine's up to.
Slowpoke.
You had a head start. Should we get started?
Ready when you are.
Cool, what do we do?
People repair ships all the time. How hard could it be?
This ship is upside down.
People repair ships all the time.
Okay.
How hard could it be? The Sea Monkey. Wow. Should we get started?
Ready when you are.
Okay. Entirely sure what else we can do. What's the button for highlight everything on the screen? Thought it was the shoulder buttons. No, that's run. Oh, well, yes, I could do this too, I suppose. Find a way back to Melee Island. Find the secret. Okay, well that doesn't help. How do I even go about fixing it, rather? Alright, let's do this. Look at the map.
It says the secret is at the voodoo shop on Melee Island.
Okay. Oh, right. We should probably read the actual manual to tell us how to
Advanced
do
ship
things.
repair for the dummy klutz. It's like it was written just for me.
Can I just press the button to repair the ship? Insert Guybrush rebuild ship montage shots 5 to 15. Got it.
Well, we did what we could with the materials at hand.
I love it. It oozes nostalgia.
Among other things, you steer, I'll bail.
Okay. I fully expected we'd be on the island a little bit longer trying to fix the ship, but okay. That's fine. Part 4, things get complicated. 5 keys. Remember there was a safe in the Voodoo Lady's shop that had 5 keyholes. So, think I know where the secret is. I think we're about to Jack Sparrow our way back to Melee Island.
Huh. I would expect Madison or LeChuck's ship to be here by now.
Oh my goodness, look at the damage. I've got to go and talk to Carla about organising earthquake relief.
You're not coming to the voodoo shop?
Well, of course I want to, but this is a crisis. There'll be other damage. I have to help. Well, I'll want to hear all about it later.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. See you soon.
Why did we put Murray on the front of the ship?
Watch the ship for me. Bite anyone who tries to steal it.
You're fine. There aren't any scrap lumber dealers on Melee.
Listen, Murray.
Don't get any funny ideas while I'm away from the ship.
No problem. I'll pretend I'm one of the writers.
Fucking burn.
Comfy?
When is my lunch break as mandated by the Figureheads Guild?
Did you just make that up?
Yes.
A good guild starts with an idea.
What did I tell you about having funny ideas, Murray?
Say, you're not still spying for Madison, are you?
Our alliance ended when she had me dropped from a precipice.
I know, I just had this sudden weird idea that might have been a setup.
Your paranoia is exceeded only by your oafishness.
Thanks.
Keep up the good work, Murray.
I tire of your prattle.
Keep up the good work, Murray.
I tire of your prattle.
Alright, fair enough.
Wanted. Any information leading to the arrest and conviction of the person or persons who destroyed the historic mop tree. I'll, keep an eye out for them.
Oh. Alright. Let's talk to the cook.
Did you feel the earthquake?
I was too busy running for my life.
I hear patio dining is all the rage these days. You could think of this as a head start on renovations.
Insurance would probably have helped.
Yeah, probably.
Ooh, nice upgrade for eating al fresco. You saved the cookbook.
Yes, I saved the cookbook. The ceiling was collapsing, the building was on fire, people running everywhere, and I saved the cookbook.
Why?
Excellent question. I can think of 100 other things I'd rather have saved. My
His mop?
favorite 12-inch knife, my collection of rare spices, a painting of my father, the mop that I painstakingly crafted with my own hands, my cat. But in a crisis, you don't think. There isn't time. You just act. And by acting, you expose your inner self. Heroism and villainy are revealed in moments like these. Me?
Deep shit there.
I saved the cookbook. You're welcome.
Thanks.
Are you done with the cookbook? I'd like it back.
No, you can't take it! With my bar gone and no hope to repair it, this is all I have left!
It's only slightly singed. Carla might not even notice. What are you drinking?
Soda with a twist of avocado. It might be a little
Delicious.
fizzy for your grog palate.
Oh, sounds exotic. How come you're still here? The bar is half collapsed and slightly on fire.
Not done with my drink.
Fair. That's fair. Meanwhile, halfway to Melee Island. You think they got into a fight or something? Yeah. Come on, LeChuck. Kick her ass.
Now, old man. The secret will be ours.
I've been searching for the secret since before you were born!
That's exactly my point. Finding the secret is a young pirate's game.
Years of experience and me relentless drive will ensure the secret be mine.
Only if you don't have a heart attack first. Ha!
What? He's
Last chance to
undead,
give it up.
Madison.
Then we obliterate
His heart
you.
is really not important right now.
Off my ocean!
Did we win? Did either of them
I'm
win?
impressed by your crosswind ramming technique. I'll have to add that to my book.
My crew is quite skilled when given the right motivation.
I am still worried about Threepwood. He shows up in the most unexpected ways.
We don't have to worry about Threepwood anymore. I left him broken and near death at the bottom of a cliff. His eye was pussing up, and bone was protruding from his leg.
It was not?
Animals have probably already scattered his limbs from one end of the island to the other.
So it's agreed. We stop fighting each other and we join forces.
Oh
to
wait, hang
find
on
the
now. That wasn't part of the deal.
Agreed. No funny stuff. We split the secret. Teammates.
Okay then.
honoring Melee Island's 27th governor, Carla the Swordmaster, for her heroic actions at Santa Catalina. The problem with this statue is it's not a statue of Elaine, someone defaced Elaine's scurvy flyer.
Ah, shitheads. Oh, doesn't say going out of business anymore.
Out of business. Looks like the lights are still on, though. Well, the voodoo here must be authentic, culturally, and historically accurate. The sign says so.
All right, let's find out what the bullshit reason is for part 4. Come in.
Am I too late? Was
Just the
LeChuck
safe.
here? Did Madison come? Did they get it? Where's the secret? Yeah, I'll bet the secret of Monkey Island is in there. It just has to be. You've had it all this time.
I possess little and much. To what are you referring?
Don't play dumb with me. I have the map. The secret of Monkey Island is here.
What is it you wish to know?
What's in the safe? What's in the box?
Can't you read my mind?
No need. I can read your face well enough. The secret is where you suspect it is. Inside the large safe near the front door.
Where are the keys to the safe? I'd like to get it open as soon as possible.
I am prevented from helping you with the keys. But there is one close by who knows much.
How do I find him?
Wally?
Her. And she
The key?
will find you.
How do you know that?
She's
She's
right
outside
behind
the
you.
shop.
Why did you take the secret? Doesn't it belong on Monkey Island?
I have taken nothing. The safe came to me as you see it and belongs to someone else. I accepted
Me?
a fee
In the
and
future?
cast a spell upon it to prevent it being moved. That is all.
Who owns the safe?
Alas, there are forces which prevent me from revealing the true owner. A contract signed in blood with gruesome punishments for disclosure.
Some kind of a voodoo thing?
No.
No, this is just a horrible contract.
Have LeChuck or Captain Madison been here?
No.
That's weird. They were way ahead of me.
Sometimes it's better to have 2 enemies than 1. But you should not waste time.
How could you keep this a secret from me? You knew I was looking for it.
It is not a secret from you, Guybrush Threepwood. It is a secret. Full stop. I am bound by an agreement.
Thought she was gonna say it was a secret of you or something.
I might have more questions for you later.
I might have answers, but I make no promises.
Alright, cauldron's
What
gone.
happened to your cauldron?
I sold it to a soup shop on another island. They didn't mind the magic spell residue.
I see. Alright, well, open it.
I'd need a lot of keys to open that.
Just wrench it open.
I hate to leave it here, but I can't take the safe with me, and I need to find keys to open it.
Okay, do I have any keys? A knife is a kind of key.
I'm no good at jimmying things.
What about horse armor? Does that help? It does not. What about a pen? The pen's a kind of key. No, alright. Alright then, let's see who's outside waiting for us.
Ah!
You found the secret. You are a spark among fallen leaves.
Whitey Bones.
Oh, I'm pretty excited.
Hold on to that feeling. I am Whiteling Bones. Whitey. Like you, the hunt for the secret consumes me. Like you, I know where the secret lies, but lack the means to open the safe.
Same.
You must have many questions.
They're all the same question.
How do I open the safe?
5 locks, 5 keys. Golden keys. Hidden long ago.
The island?
What do the golden keys look like?
They're gold. It's
Helpful.
just paint, but they look nice.
Where can I find the golden keys?
Most are found already. Got one myself. Old
Yoink.
Mrs. Smith had one before she died, and Bella Fisher, too. Also, I heard one was found on Bermuda.
Alright, looks like we're
That's
going
only
island
4.
hopping.
One more was supposed to be hidden on Terror Island.
Yeah, we're going island hopping.
That one has never been found.
Hang on, I'm writing all this down on my to-do list. This doesn't sound so hard.
A lot of people don't come back from Terror
From
Island.
Terror Island,
Also,
I wonder why.
Bella Fisher sank out at sea and nobody knows where. Took her key with her.
Can I have your key?
Can I borrow the key you have, just to try it out?
Not so fast, bright boy. Whitey Bones is not such an easy mark. You prove yourself. Get some skin in the game. Find me when you've got more keys than I do, and maybe I talk partnership.
Why is the secret in the safe instead of on Monkey Island? Do you know?
Secret's always been in the safe.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
How come I never heard about any of this before? I'm kind of a Secret of Monkey Island buff. You'd think I'd know about it.
The clues were buried deep and clever. Only a few ever puzzled them out, and we keep ourselves to ourselves.
Oh, you only just made it up.
You seem more lucid than when you were hanging out of the window on High Street.
We all got our good days and our bad ones. If you don't know already, then you'll see.
This all seems needlessly complicated.
Life is like that sometimes. Best just enjoy the ride.
Alright.
See you around, Whitey. I've got keys to track down.
Okay, bright boy. But you watch your step. There is a curse.
There always is.
Keys are protected by a terrible curse. Beware.
Okay, Whitey.
Whoa! A curse? Really?
No. I mean, yes, she did say that, but she was just being dramatic. Whitey likes to make a big exit. Well, one thing's for sure. I don't know how to get to either of those islands she mentioned. I
Right.
better get a good sea map right away.
Right. Well, we've got one place we can go for that. Hey, Wally. You got a map to Bermuda and/or Terror Island? Preferably both.
Hey, Wally. Have you got a sea map of the local area? Can you jot down the locations of Terror Island and Bermuda?
No problem. I'll also add a few extras.
Nice.
The ship tracking feature is going to blow your mind. It's a little trick, I know. You need to be able to go the extra mile if you want to make it in the big time, like me.
I just have the map. Thanks.
Be careful. The last pirates I made a map to Terror Island for were never seen again. And Bermuda can chill you to the bone. Not many pirates want to head up there.
I mean, I don't want
and
to,
when you
exactly.
get to Scurvy Island, say hi to Elaine for me.
Thanks, Wally. And sorry about blowing you up that one time.
Okay. Alright, let's have a look at our map.
I'll wait until I'm back on my ship to open it.
Ugh. Alright, what's in our to-do list now? Get the 5 keys. Whitey's golden key won't give it to us until we have at least 2. Acquire old Mrs. Smith's golden key, we don't know where that is. Acquire Bella Fisher's golden key, don't know where that is. Acquire the Bermuda Island golden key, presumably on Bermuda Island. Acquire Terror Island, presumably on Terror Island key, okay. Alright, let's have a look around. Did Stan get out? Oh, can I go in here now?
Welcome
Nice.
to the God's Wallop.
Good name.
Thanks.
We feature the freshest fish on the block, and the freshest company as well.
Whether you're here to buy or just pass the time, we don't mind. Though, of course, we do prefer it if you make a purchase.
Didn't you guys used to be the pirate leaders? It's me, Gabber Streetwood.
Ah, I thought when we spotted him skulking around town that he looked passing familiar.
Listen.
How come you retired from pirate leadering?
Well, now, sometimes retirement is not so much a choice as a thing that settles upon you.
Like being becalmed at sea.
But it's allowed us to open this place and pursue our passion for fishing. So perhaps less like a calm and more like a strong wind blowing in a particular direction. Have a look around, why don't you?
Okay.
What are those fish up there called?
Floaters. Best not to ask why.
Alright.
That's an amazing trophy you have there.
Aye, that's a combination trophy and fly swatter, in case we ever get an insect infestation.
Right.
Nice shark.
Don't let the size fool ya. The coral fire shark is the most dangerous shark of all. That one took down 17 good sailors and 3 dinghies before we even reeled them in.
Impressive.
Nice crab.
Fought him for 11 hours. Sorely wanted to eat him, but it weren't crab season at the time.
He's a handsome devil.
First fish I ever caught. Couldn't bear to eat it. Of course, I was only a lad of 3 at the time.
They have hagfish, toadfish, slimehead, bloater, and lumpsucker.
I swear they all horrible names.
These are tremendous. What are they?
We don't actually know. Found them at the bottom of the shipment.
Are these eels?
Hagfish. Very tasty, but don't let them get round your neck.
Alright.
What are these pointy ones?
Slime heads. Some folks like to cut off the pointy parts before eating, but that's a personal choice.
What are these blobby guys?
Toadfish. Surprisingly, no relation to actual toads.
I think that's surprising.
It's a copy of At the End of the Plank.
Oh, aye, a gift from a good friend. I haven't actually read it myself yet.
How much for the goldfish?
Sushi's a pet. She's not for sale at any
Name your
price.
goldfish sushi. It's awful.
That's an interesting mounting method.
Caught that one trying to escape.
Well, you guys fish. Have you ever heard of someone called Bella Fisher?
Bella Fisher. Aye, she could spin a yarn from Port Royal to Trinidad and back again.
And a consummate angler she was.
What?
Good at fishing.
She had a secret fishing spot, she did. More bounteous than the whole rest of the sea together.
She probably rests there now, being as she did disappear on a fishing trip.
No one knows the location, though 'tis rumored that she left clues as to its whereabouts.
Where would she have left clues?
Did Bella Fisher ever show you a big fancy key?
No, I don't think so.
Not to my memory.
Just thought I'd check.
Alright.
Did you guys feel the earthquake?
That we did.
At first, I thought it were just me stomach complaining about me breakfast.
Aye, we all thought that.
I think I'll browse today's catch.
You'll find none better.
What about this guy? Alright, it's the same
I
guys.
think I'll browse today's catch.
You'll find none better.
What are these little yellow guys?
They're lump suckers. Easy to eat and great for sucking out cysts and boils.
Gross.
Well, they look great, but I don't have a wheelbarrow.
Big voice, alright. Okay, presumably I'll have to come back at some point to buy a particular fish.
It's the cod's wallop.
Okay, now let's see if Stan got out.
Hey, Guybrush!
No. Oh, wait, that's somebody else. You're back in prison. Brilliant.
Otis. What are we gonna do with you?
I didn't do anything this time. I was framed.
Where's Stan? Did they let him go?
No, Stan got sentenced to hard time.
Oof.
Did you know he was representing himself?
Not
I've heard that's
surprising.
unwise.
They took him to the ice quarry on Bermuda.
Stan. Okay.
What did you do to get arrested this time?
Nothing! I was just standing there minding my own business, applying for earthquake relief. Did you know you're only allowed to do that once?
There is no justice. Are you worried the rest of the building will cave in?
Yes. You think you could spring me again?
Ugh, I doubt it. It looks like something happened to the serial number on this lock.
You're on your own this time, Otis. I'd like you to tell the museum curator about our jailbreak all those years ago.
I'd like you to tell the museum curator about our jailbreak all those years ago. The one with the mugs of grog. He doesn't seem to have the story quite right.
Of course, the truth is important. When I am free again, I will pay him a visit.
Well, I don't see that happening anytime soon. Let's visit again soon.
Have your people call my people.
It's been reduced to rubble. The lamp broke. Possibly an improvement.
What is the button that highlights everything? Hang on. There's definitely a button. Ooh. Yeah, actually. You should probably save too while we're at it. That's not what I meant, though. What's the button that highlights everything? Okay, I thought there was a... Am I wrong thinking there's a button that highlights everything? Okay. I guess there isn't. I was sworn there was.
Ugh, it's that same spider.
Okay, maybe... Actually, let's ask... What was her name?
Welcome
Something
back.
Locksmith.
Hello again. Would your mother perhaps have been known as Old Mrs. Smith? Whitey Bones said something about an Old Mrs. Smith.
Well, I didn't call her that. But I suppose some people did. Mainly when she was older.
Right, makes sense.
Did your mother find any of those golden keys she was looking for?
One. She left it to me in her will.
Can I have it?
I will pay you any amount of money you like for your mother's key.
When my mother died, her personal possessions went into probate with the court. When they came out of probate, I was still too devastated to claim them. As you can see from this letter the court sent, they and the key have been destroyed.
Well, this is an unexpected wrinkle. I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything.
You got it.
At the end of the plank.
My mother's. Please don't touch it.
It's two of those we found now. Alright, let's have a read of this.
Probate Order 1673832, pursuant to Statute E, Section C, subsection IS. By order of the court, the following unclaimed personal effects have been destroyed. Golden key, fancy box. Looks official. It's got a wax seal of a parrot on it.
Well, that's not ideal. Wonder... Maybe we can find the fucking serial number on the box or something? I don't even know where that is.
Aww, this is where I risked my neck for Elaine, and she showed me she only needed me to risk my heart. Also, the windows need some work.
Alright, let's try Carla? Maybe let's not try Carla?
I wonder what they're waiting for.
Hey, it's the lookout guy.
What are y'all waiting for?
Earthquake relief. And you'd better not be looking to jump the line.
Why not?
I wouldn't dream of it.
Those who cut, get cut. Hey!
See ya.
Thanks, Carla. Good luck. Guybrush.
Hi.
I want to hear all about the secret, but I've got to go back to Scurvy Island right now. Let's talk later.
Okay.
Alright then. Hey, Carla.
Have you seen the line of people outside?
Those are citizens who were affected by the quake. But there isn't any money in the coffers to support the relief effort.
There's a
I'm
problem.
basically handing out IOUs.
Can I get in on some of that sweet, sweet disaster relief?
I already told you there's no money. I'm handing out IOUs.
I'll take what I can get.
Fine. It's not real money anyway. I have to list a purpose, so what's it for?
My ship suffers some damage.
We need to get the shipyard fixed up.
If you say so. This is just a promise from the town to back your relief project at a later date. Don't get too excited.
Nice. Another at the end of the plank, huh?
The blurb says it's a solid if somewhat predictable story about a roguish pirate and a doomed romance with a woman of station.
Hey, wait a minute. That sounds exactly like Monkey Island.
It's an IOU for funds for repairing the shipyard.
Okay, I don't know if that'll be helpful. Can I wait in line? Okay. This might take a minute. Many hours later. It wouldn't surprise me if the game actually had a puzzle where you could maybe not skip the puzzle exactly, but if you aren't arsed trying to solve it, you could just wait. Anyway, we're not doing that. It's gonna take forever. Okay. Let's see what... I presume the shipyard is in the exact same state we left it in.
Stan's building collapsed. This place looks like an earthquake hit it.
And get his toothbrush,
This
though.
must be that old toothbrush Stan wanted.
I got it now.
There's a torn picture in here. This half shows Stan himself.
Alright, we got the picture.
It says, Tan's previously owned vessels.
Yes, still funny.
Oh, I remember the first time Stan tried to fleece me. If a ship was shot full of holes, Stan would stick oars in them and call it a galley.
Smart. Okay, is there anything useful here before we move on? Probably not. Alright then. Okay, maybe the museum knows something about somebody? I don't know. Two parrots.
I see you've made some improvements.
Yeah! The museum is now the proud owner of one of Bella Fisher's original pirate flags.
Well, here we
There are
go.
only 3 known to exist. It's a real score. Incredibly valuable.
Wow. Sure hope nobody steals that.
I've doubled my security. You can't be too careful.
He really did double it too. There's two parrots there.
Tell me again about the map.
That's 1/4 of the original map.
It's okay, I know that. Ask again, ask again.
Tell me about this flag.
Oh, it's a super valuable artifact I recently acquired. One of Bella Fisher's original pirate flags. One of only 3 known to exist.
Okay, so there's a few more.
There's some very tiny writing on it.
Do we think it's the same one?
I already got the serial number for this.
Oh.
Rare pirate flag of Bella Fisher. One of only 3 known to exist. 2 parrots. Security's been beefed up. Or, I should say, parroted up. What's the story with the wanted poster?
That is the earliest known wanted poster for Captain Kate Capsize. You can tell how notorious she was
We
by
made
the
this,
huge number of crimes
Monkey
listed
Island
there.
2, I think?
Very
It's
impressive.
actually our
I got it
wanted
from a
poster.
collector on Fat Island.
Those are my own crimes, actually. I was pretty much public enemy number 1 on Fat Island at the time. I stuck Kate's picture on there so she'd get thrown in jail.
That would never work. Nobody's that clueless in real life.
This is absurd. It's like this whole wall is stuff from my personal adventures, but somehow I'm not even mentioned in your stories.
That's what's so great about this museum. Everyone makes their own connections with the exhibits, and it's highly personal and different for everyone.
That's not what I'm trying to say at all.
That's
No, no,
okay.
this is
you don't need to
literally
say
for me.
anything. Just listen to what the exhibits tell you.
Fine. 2 parrots. Security's been beefed up. Or, I should say, parroted up.
Okay.
It's locked.
Can I talk to him, please?
Hey, have you found the secret of Monkey Island yet?
Kinda?
Close.
Well, keep me posted. I'd love to have it for the museum.
You'll be the first to know.
Okay, I can't talk to him. Okay, we don't have the key anymore, so we'll have to get it made, but also...
I think they've captured Stan quite well, actually. They did a nice job with the coat.
Oh no, wait, we do have the key. Okay, Okay, so we have the key, so... Yeah. Alright. Stealing more of his shit.
It's one of Bella Fisher's original pirate flags. Wait, what's this tiny writing on it? Replica, not to scale.
Replica. Get the museum's real flag. I see. Okay.
Your pirate flag doesn't look quite right. Is it a replica?
You have a good eye. You should curate a museum. The real one is too valuable to keep out here. I've got it locked in the storeroom. There's already been an attempted theft.
Wow.
It's locked.
How come I can't look at the... Okay, I gotta talk to him about it.
Any chance you'll have the real flag on display anytime soon?
Oh no. Too valuable. It definitely stays in the storeroom.
Cool. How does one get into the storeroom? Okay, I gotta find... shit. Gotta find some way into the storeroom. Okay. Not sure how, but we gotta find some way in. Alright, let's check on the map tree that we destroyed. Sorry, guys. Doesn't look like there's anything left to do here, though. Probably for the best. I don't want to spend any extra time in that area. Okay, so we gotta figure out a way to get into the locked room.
It's nicely dried, pre-cut, and ready to go. I think I'll fill up my coat pockets with this bulky firewood. Seems like it might come in handy somewhere. And I'm sure no one will miss it.
Okay, no one will miss it. It's fine.
It's nicely dried, pre-cut, and ready to go.
Alright, well, not entirely sure what to do there with the replica flag, so let's look for the other ones, I guess. We try Terror Island, etc. Alright, where are we going? The drift ship. Terror Island. Scurvy Island. Where's Bermuda? Sail to Bare Bones Island.
Halt, ship!
Okay.
If that's what you can call that.
It is.
I made it myself. It's a source of pride.
This is a scurvy inspection point. The law requires that you're carrying limes before I allow you to proceed north.
Have I mentioned my wife is spearheading it?
Good for you. Due to an outbreak of scurvy, all ships heading north are required to carry limes.
Sounds like a reasonable law.
You will have to turn back. Failure to do so will result in fines, incarceration, and or scurvy.
Alright, well, we're not going to Bermuda, so gotta pick us up some limes. Hey, Doomtrain, how's it going? Not too bad. We finally have a ship, or a sea map, rather. Okay, Terror Island, I guess. Ba, 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 ba. Well, they're back to Melee Island, so...
Right. It won't budge.
It's strong magic. I can still get it open with a spell, but I need a good power spot.
It beats trying to find the keys. We don't even know where to start. It could take forever. Only a fool would do that.
I know an excellent place for power spells, but it's not on this island.
No problem. We can craft it there and then come back here.
We'll take my ship.
I'll stay here to keep an eye on the safe.
And steal the secret yourself? I don't think so.
Stop it. Clearly, no one trusts anyone to stay behind. We'll all go together.
What if someone else finds out the thing is here?
The only map is lost somewhere on Monkey Island. Probably eaten by a wild boar by now.
The map maker knows it's here. I've got a bone to pick with him anyway. I'm thinking maybe one of the large ones in the leg.
Oof. See you, Wally. Alright, Terror Island, is it? Great. Glad we're here.
This place doesn't like visitors. Ah, Papa Pichu! That hurts. Hope they're not poisonous. Death waits for all who enter. I'd turn back if I were ye. That's encouraging.
Yeah?
Did that just move? I thought I saw it move. I'll make a note of this, so I can remember it in my nightmares. Yeah, I'd better not get any closer. Rest in pieces.
Rip.
I might catch something. Or something might catch me.
Okay. Terror Island. To a slimy grotto. Okay. Bizarre grove. A mysterious clearing. Twisting path. Nothing. Nothing. Unlucky place. That's where we started. Okay. Unlucky place.
It's not one of the golden keys, but any key is a good key in my book.
That rock just fell apart.
I'm sure I'm a more skilled survivalist and have nothing to worry about. I'll just keep telling myself that.
Yoink.
This place gives me that lonely feeling. I'd rather keep moving along.
Okay. Silver key.
It's not a skeleton key, but I did find it stuck in a skeleton's chest.
Wonder what it's for. Okay.
In all the worst places, there are mushrooms. It's like a slow crashing wave of spores.
Gross. That it? That's all that's in this area? Okay. Come back later for mushrooms, maybe? Or just take them now? Nope. Alright then.
I'm not sure I want to know what happened here. I'll be fine as long as I don't lose my wits and keep my head. Ugh, looks like he had the wrong person watching his back. What really bothers me is, why do these pirates look familiar?
It's not ideal. Hopefully they're not me from the future or something. I can't reach. There's one on the left here that I can't get to. Alright.
Looks like another greedy pirate who met a sordid fate. Yeah, this place gives me the creeps. It's an old oil lamp with a little lamp fuel inside.
Well, it's my oil lamp now. Okay. Where's the lamp?
It's not lit, but it does have some lamp oil in it. It's not lit, but... Just a dead end. Sounds a little creepy if you think about it too much. For a dead tree, it's a little too lively.
Okay, not much in this area. Oh, I don't like this.
whatever it is, I don't think it wants me around. There's no such thing as a man-eating mushroom, right?
I don't know. All mushrooms are kind of man-eating after a while.
It's getting hard to tell the flora from the fauna. It says XYZZY. I can't quite get it off of there. I've had it with locks.
Shit. Oh, it's glowing.
XYZZY. Oh, neat. It's magic.
Interesting. Okay. Can I use it?
It's not lit, but it does have some lamp oil in it.
Okay.
I'm not walking any farther. It's way too dark.
Okay, it's not lit. I need to find some way to light it. That won't do it. Can I put you in the lamp? No. Can I cause a spark? No. Okay. So we found this cave, but I don't have. I need to find a way to light the oil lamp, I guess. Okay. Oh, is that the Chuck ship? Probably not a good idea.
Ahoy!
What's up, lads?
Ahoy!
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 Permission to come aboard.
Afraid we can't let you do that.
Permission to come aboard, sir.
This isn't a protocol issue.
Although we do enjoy a good protocol.
Are you going to let me talk?
No.
Apparently, that's what you enjoy doing.
There's been a deadly scurvy outbreak on the ship.
Okay.
We're under strict quarantine, so we don't infect others with this deadly pathogen.
But scurvy isn't contagious.
I don't think scurvy is contagious.
You don't know that. My uncle's best friend's wife's dog walker says it is.
It's a scientific fact.
Oh, don't try to snow us with your science quackery.
If scurvy wasn't contagious, then only one person would have it.
No. No.
Where'd you get that cool flag with all the holes? It looks familiar.
We found it floating in the ocean. It's one of Bella Fisher's flags.
Sure is.
Probably lost it when her ship went down.
We're afraid to take it down and offend the scurvy gods.
There is no such thing as the scurvy gods.
Well, then why is there scurvy? Answer me that.
Can I have your flag?
Did you not hear me? Scurvy, on board, quarantine.
Well, you could just toss it down to me.
Best not to risk it. It's probably crawling with scurvy, trust me.
That's not how it works.
I really don't think scurvy is contagious.
You don't know that. My mom's gardener's second cousin's pastry chef says it is.
Peddle your science to someone more gullible.
Right.
Bye. Don't let the scurvy bite you.
Scurvy bites? I knew this was bad.
This clever mashup really gets the point across. The messages are a little mixed, but clearly enthusiastic.
You're welcome, and thank you.
Biohazard.
Biohazards are my least favorite hazards. Hey, Murray.
Have you tried scurvy? It would suit you.
Thanks, Murray.
I'm sensing a generally negative attitude directed at visitors.
You have the deductive power of a cantaloupe.
He's not wrong. Okay.
It's seen better days.
Right, do I have like a scurvy? Do I have Elaine's pamphlet? Doesn't look like it. Can I give them the Chuck's pamphlet? You guys want it? They don't. Alright then. Gotta find a way to convince them that scurvy's not a thing, and or find a way to get the flag down. Alright, let's try going to Scurvy Island.
Ah, Scurvy Island. This is where Elaine's been growing all the limes for the Marley Foundation's Scurvy project. She's probably back here by now. I can't wait to see her.
Okay, so presumably we can get some limes from here.
It says the Marley Foundation's Scurvy Treatment and Prevention League, or STAPL, welcomes you to Scurvy Island. 1.5 miles to STAPL headquarters.
Alright, that's pretty far.
It's a very realistic likeness of the scarlet-plumed point and snip bird. I didn't know Elaine was into woodworking. Whoa.
Oh.
Had me fooled.
It's a real bird. Get all those limes. All just lime trees now.
Elaine and I debate about whether it looks like a parrot or a cockatoo.
Okay. That's a lot of limes.
Elaine? Are you decent? Hello?
Oh, he's not back yet.
Hey, this used to be a picture of both of us. What happened to the me part? Hi, I'm working due west of the lake and due north of the lighthouse today.
Okay.
I pinched a yak with it once, and then I sort of accidentally pinched the staple remover. I had it for years before I remembered to give it back to Elaine. She was happy and mad at the same time. Mappy. It obviously means something to Elaine, too.
Fine.
Pirates used to have to steal this from Elaine to prove themselves. No, at least that's what they told me when they made me do it.
Anything else? No, okay. Pretty sure what we're doing with that half of a picture, though. Maybe not. Okay, I guess we'll come back to that later. Hang on. What was it? West and north of the lighthouse?
I'm working due west of the lake and due north of the lighthouse today.
Okay. West of the lake, north of the lighthouse. Where's the lighthouse? There's the... here? There she is.
Hi.
I was hoping I'd run into you again.
I was hoping that too. What happened at the voodoo shop? Did you get the secret?
No.
There was a complication.
Isn't there always?
A big, heavy rectangular complication with 5 keyholes and a secret inside.
Well, that sounds daunting. What about LeChuck and Captain Madison?
They weren't there, oddly enough.
Well, be careful.
How's your project going?
The project has hit a snag. We have plenty of limes, as you can see, but people are refusing to take them. They say they don't like the taste and they don't believe they'll help with scurvy. As an elected official, I could have issued an edict, but as a private citizen, I have to convince people. I tried this flyer.
Yeah, I've read
part of this.
I know. I know it's terribly dry, but the facts are there.
Have you tried using a different font? Comic Sans, for example.
Yes, but I need a small one to fit all the information on.
What about adding bullet points? They could be little limes.
People not liking limes is part of the problem, though.
Good point. What if the text was centered instead of left justified?
Somehow I don't think that's going to make a lot of difference.
It might.
I'm not sure what to tell you.
It's basically a sales and marketing problem, and neither of us is an expert in either of those things.
Who do we know who is an expert in those things?
I'll hang on to the flyer. Maybe I can find a sales and marketing expert to look at it.
Okay.
Well, I know expert mightn't be the right way to put it. Got some limes?
Can you spare any limes?
You can take a few. Well, like I said, I'm having trouble giving them away.
Got some limes.
How come the picture of us on your desk was torn in half?
Yes. Sorry you saw that. There was an incident with a seagull. It flew away with you into the lime groves. I looked, but I couldn't find you.
I see. Love you.
You too.
Alright, well, let's go find that seagull. Okay. Motherfucker.
Wow. Elaine sure has been busy. The bird has a torn picture in its nest. Is that a picture of me? Ah! That bird needs an attitude adjustment.
Okay, how do we get rid of the bird? Birdseed?
It's not a ghost chicken. It's a seagull.
I know, but it's seed. Crackers.
It's not a parrot. It's a seagull.
God damn it. Well, I don't have, like, chips and a sandwich for them to steal off me. What else can I give them? You want a lime? They don't want a lime. Scurvy, also known as scorbutus or hyposcorbutus, wow, is a disease. The symptomology includes weakness, hardness, soreness in the extremities, progressing to bleeding of mucous membranes, gum disease, inability to heal, and eventually death. Scientific research suggests that scurvy may be the result of a deficiency of ascorbic acid, which plays a critical role in collagen synthesis. Recommended treatment is to supplement levels of this essential nutrient via the consumption of limes. Please take the recommended steps for your safety. Additionally, citizens should be cognizant that hyposcorbemia as a nutritional issue would not be communicable from an afflicted individual to any other individual. There you go, it's not contagious. Neither is there any chance of contamination of companion animals or items in the something. I'm not allowed to go any further. Okay.
I've already got plenty of limes.
Alright, how do I deal with the bird? Nice. Can I just stab the bird? No. Do I just give it a picture of Elaine instead? No. 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 Alright. To figure out a way to get the seagull to stop.
Elaine and I
I
debate
can't go
about
there.
whether it looks like a parrot or a cockatoo.
And I presume all the other ones are just a random grove.
These groves. Elaine and I swim there sometimes.
Wait, can I get to the beach?
That's where all the driftwood goes during driftwood mating season.
Alright. Well, I have limes now, so maybe he'll let me go. Hang on, let's go to bare bones first.
Stay back! I could see you! How did you find me?
I just sailed up and here you were.
Who are you?
I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
Mighty Pirate. He said
Are
it.
you alone?
Do obnoxious talking skulls count?
No.
Then yes, I'm alone.
I heard that.
I'm Ned Filigree, accountant. I don't mean to be rude, it's just that I'm in hiding.
Who is it you're afraid of?
Well, have you heard of Stan S. Stanman?
The name sounds familiar.
Thank goodness they locked him away on Bermuda. He'll be chipping ice in the quarry for a long, long time.
Why are you still hiding
then? I
then?
can't help but be nervous, but actually, I guess I've got decades before I really have to worry about it.
How come you're afraid of Stan? He's always struck me as pretty harmless, except economically.
Sure, but you never can tell what someone like Stan will do. He's got no moral center.
There's that term again.
Like I said, I'm glad he's safely stuck in the Bermuda quarry for a good long time.
You must be good at math.
I'm a creative accountant. Math doesn't really enter into it.
You any good?
Don't judge me by where I live. I've just had a few setbacks. It's all I can afford right now, but it's temporary.
Okay.
I'm on a quest to recover the secret of Monkey Island.
That's a good move. I've heard the secret is a one-of-a-kind intangible, which means you can assign it whatever value you want to. Also, since it's very old, you can claim a lot of depreciation.
Wait, are you trying to tell me I'm gonna have to pay taxes on the secret?
Not if you're smart about it.
I'm gonna explore the island a little bit.
Holler if you find anything interesting.
Nice likeness of you. Where's the other half?
No comment.
Mm-hmm.
Can I have the picture?
No! That would be weird.
Alright.
That's a mighty fine looking chest you have there. What's in it?
Everything I own. The fruits of a man's life. The yardstick by which I'll be measured when I'm gone. It's mainly paperwork. He's in jail for years and years.
Nothing to see but a lot of corrosion.
Stop it! I'm right here.
Okay, can I swap it out?
Is that a sale? Oh, no.
Hang on. Maybe I take Elaine's picture out. Does that mean I just have it now?
Years
Nope.
and years and
It's gone,
years.
actually. I don't see it anywhere.
Paperwork, huh?
I'm afraid so.
Okay, it's just out of the frame. What if I just show this to him?
It's gone for years. I admit it. I know Stan. So what of it? You can't prove anything. I admit it. I know.
Alright. Okay, so you gotta find some way to get the picture. Not sure how we'll do it.
He's locked away for a long time.
Yeah, I need a real marketing expert. Someone who could sell foot powder to fish. Hey, Murray, this looks like a great place for you to spend the rest of your death.
Don't even think about it, you traitorous worm. Remember who got you the map.
Yeah.
Oh, keep.
Okay. Alright, let's see if the guy will let us past.
Halt, ship! This is a scurvy inspection point.
I know.
The law requires that you're carrying limes before I allow you to proceed north.
Here, look, I have limes, see?
To proceed north, you'll have to fill out a customs declaration form. Name?
Guybrush Threepwood.
Fill this out and be completely honest.
Are you a pirate? Yeah. Have you been to Plague Island in the last 6 months? No. Check question 2 was for business. I didn't. Did you answer question 2? I did not. Are you carrying limes? Yes. Wait. No, anyway. Are you now or have you ever been a member of the pirate party? Guybrush Threepwood? No, I don't think so. Did you check question 4 and not question 6? No. I will not answer 27 or 28. Fuck. What are 27 and 8? You checked an That's not possible! I'm gonna leave that empty then. Are you carrying large livestock? No. Are you carrying more than 10 or less than 3 bananas? I'm carrying less than 3 bananas, so yes. Did you not check 7? Correct. Ah? Okay. If you checked... Jesus. If you checked 9, did you not check 2? Did I check 9? Okay. If you checked 9, so that's irrelevant. Have you been to Bermuda during the winter? No. Can a woodchuck chuck wood? Probably. Have you never worn a disguise or used a pseudonym before? No. Is the answer to 13 and 9 a lie? No. Are you not carrying limes? No. If you check question 1, verify you checked question 29. Okay. I'll do it now, I guess. Have you ever destroyed a priceless artifact and gotten away with it? Yes. I am currently filling out a customs form. Correct. Think, therefore I am. I suppose? The North Star is in the south? No? I can verify I've answered question 11 incorrectly. No, I answered it correctly. I am not carrying any trivia cards. No, I am carrying trivia cards. Questions 2, 3, 5, 7, and 11 are prime. No, 2 isn't prime. Wait, no, 2 is prime. You have checked an odd number of questions. You have checked an even number. We'll wait till we get down to the end. Wait, this changes. This changes when you select it. Don't check this. Got it. Check if you didn't check question 25. Alright, I did. Let's check. I did not. Don't check this if you didn't check question 29. Again. I, Guy Verstruva, do solemnly swear that I've answered these questions truthfully. Okay, hang on. I've checked in. Okay, how many have I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Alright, that's 13, which would be odd, but if I select the odd, it becomes even. So I guess it has to be even.
Alright, let's see how you've done. Well, we have a problem right off the start. We don't allow pirates on Bermuda. I'm going to have to request that you leave these waters immediately.
Does it help if I'm a mighty pirate?
No.
Right.
Back so soon? To proceed north, you'll have to fill out a customs declaration form. Name?
Mr. Elaine Marley.
Fill this out and be completely honest.
Okay, I'm not a pirate. Have you been to Plague Island? No. Are you carrying limes? Yes. Did you check question 4 or not? No. Okay. I will not answer 27 or 28. You know what? Yeah, I'm not gonna answer either of those. No. Yes. Did you check 7? No. I probably don't check that. If you check 9, did you not check 2? Did I check 9? I didn't. Have you been to Bermuda during winter? No. Can a woodchuck chuck wood? Yes. Have you never worn a disguise? Have you never worn a disguise? Yes. Is the answer to 13 and 9 a lie? No. Are you not carrying limes? No. If you check question 1, verify you can check question 9. Okay, we'll get there in a minute. You ever destroyed a price of rent card? Wave it? No. Currently filling out a customs form. Correct. Correct. No. Verify I've answered question 11 incorrectly. No. I am not carrying any trivia cards. I am carrying trivia cards. They're prime. I said I'm not going to answer either of those. I checked it. I have checked if I didn't check question 25. No, wait. Check if you didn't check question 25. Okay. Don't check this if you didn't check question 29. I did check question 29. So I do have to check this? Alright.
Alright, let's see how you've done. Good answer. Interesting you would check that one. Good penmanship. Not checking that was smart. Okay, this looks in order. You may proceed with full approval
Sick.
of the Bermuda Port Authority.
How's this gonna fuck me over later? Oh, it's cold.
The wind must have blown out the fire. A bucket filled to the brim with rotten fish bones.
Lovely.
It's amazing they stay lit in this weather. I'm staying far away from this. The wind must have blown out the fire. It's a very regal-looking ice sculpture.
Alright, let's try this building first.
It's locked. Maybe I'll come back later.
Alright, let's not try this building. What's this?
It says Courthouse of Bermuda.
Alright. Ah, this guy.
Order! Order in the court! I am going to cite you for contempt of court for not asking permission to approach the bench.
Sigh.
I humbly apologize. May I approach the bench, Your Honor?
You may approach the bench. Court is now in session. Judge Plank presiding. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Innocent.
Lack of evidence, all charges have been dropped. Case of Guybrush versus Whale, the whale was found to be complicit. Case was dropped when the witness failed to show up over the poster forging. I never blew up that fort. No gunpowder residue was ever found. I was framed.
Case was dropped when the witness failed to show up over the poster forging.
Order! Order in the court! Quiet on the gallery, or there will be arrests.
What did Your Honor do wrong to get this appointment?
Never beat a Supreme Court justice in cribbage.
Your Honor, do you have to buy your own robes? Or are they court-appointed?
Order! Order in the court! If I don't get order, I am going to clear the court!
Your Honor, are you wearing pants under that robe? Please remember that you're under oath.
Order! Order in the court! If I don't get order, I am going to clear the court!
Okay.
Did I mention I am searching for the secret of Monkey Island?
Until it becomes a legal matter before the court, it is of no interest to me. Although, I do remember a case several years back where the secret was claimed to be a fraud and a scam to sell computer games. I believe that was settled out of court for a substantial sum.
That is all, Your Honor.
Court is adjourned!
Okay. Is there anything else? Just this guy?
Toasty.
Oh, no, go, damn it. Go back in.
Now there's someone I've got to meet.
Okay. So the crown, the centerpiece of the crown is one of the keys we need. Ice Quarry, Town Center. Is there anywhere else? No. Okay.
Is there anything special about this stump?
No. Why?
Well, it was tagged, so I thought, you know, maybe there would be a great gag about a secret opening to a system of tunnels or something like that.
Please, don't joke about tunnels next to the prison, sir.
Hi. Any chance I could get inside the quarry?
Not many try to get in here, just out. What's the purpose of your visit?
It's a social call.
We do have a visitation policy, but it's quite strict. Who are you here to see?
Stan?
Stan.
We do have a Stan. I'm a little surprised he'd have a visitor. Can you prove you know him?
I can describe him. Loud jacket. Never stops moving his arms. Or his lips.
That does sound like him. But I'm supposed to see some actual physical evidence. Just bring me something that shows you two have ever been in a room together. That way, I can tell my boss that I did my job.
Alright.
What's that thing?
Nothing.
What's that thing?
Nothing.
The guard is guardedly guarding the guardhouse.
Good for him.
Do not approach the gate, please, sir.
Okay. Well, we can't do much until we get the picture of Guybrush, and then we can put it in the frame with Stan.
Nice view.
This is a long walk. Ugh. Speed it up.
Wow. Wouldn't want to fall from here. Roaring fire, melting ice. Very hoogly.
Welcome, loyal subject.
Not exactly, but thanks.
These matches are specially formulated for freezing temperatures. Disclaimer, will not light underwater.
See, can I take them? Oink.
Ah. It's slowly filling up with castle. At the end of the plank.
Hey, another one.
My only copy. Please don't touch it.
Hi.
Grunt.
Oh, I didn't quite catch that. I see. Bermuda seems like a friendly place.
Grunt.
Yeah, I feel you.
Okay. The Ice Queen.
Your Majesty?
No need to be so formal. This is Bermuda. You're Guybrush Threepwood, aren't you? I'm Odina the Ninth. I know your wife.
Oh, great.
From when she was governor of Melee?
That was before I won my throne, but she does keep her hand in.
And both feet.
What brings you north of the 19th parallel, Guybrush?
I need your help to recover the secret of Monkey Island. There are these 5 golden keys.
I'm vaguely aware of them. You can obviously see the one on my crown.
Correct.
The Crown of Keys is a ceremonial artifact worn by the reigning queen of Bermuda. It was originally fashioned from the house keys of the citizens as a gesture of trust.
And or submission?
My predecessor as queen is the one who added the golden key. I think it gives a certain pizzazz.
Correct.
Naturally, you'll want to have that cleaned once in a while.
It stays perfectly clean as long as I don't let greasy pirates put their paws all over it. You may touch the crown if and when you become queen, and not before.
Become queen? Interesting. Hypothetically, how exactly would a person become queen of Bermuda?
You have to earn it, win it, wrest it from the iron grip of the previous queen. Most people can't manage that, of course. But by the traditions of Bermuda, all are welcome to try. To become queen, you must show your qualifications by defeating the current queen in 3 contests. The contests test your heartiness, your seriousness, and your intelligence.
The seriousness might be a problem.
What if I only want to be queen for a little while? 5 minutes might be enough.
The queenship implies a lifelong commitment to uphold and defend your people.
Okay, whatever. I get the crown, though.
Yes.
Can you give me more details on the contests to become queen?
The contest of heartiness is an eating contest. Raw fish. Call it sushi if it helps you sleep better. The contest of seriousness is one where you must keep a straight face. Whoever laughs first loses, which I never do. The contest of intelligence is an algebra test. 20-second time limit, best answer wins. And yes, I do always have the best answer. You sound like you're serious about this.
I challenge you to the contest of seriousness.
Come with me. We've got to go downtown. See that triangle? There are 3 of them here in the building. 1 for each contest. When you want to formally issue a challenge, you ring the triangle.
Dios mío, another challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, for your viewing pleasure, we present, for only the 11th time this week, the contest of seriousness.
Whoa!
On this side, the reigning queen, Odina the Ninth of Bermuda. And on this side, the challenger, Mr. Elaine Marley, a.k.a. Guybrush Threepwood, currently unemployed, and of no fixed status. If you will all come to order, the contest will begin. The first contestant to laugh is the loser.
Have you heard the one about the guy who put an ice cube on a scurvy dog? He said it was chilly.
Is that the best you've got?
Fuck? Do I have to actually say something?
Can I call it timeout?
No.
Okay, I need to grab the joke book, I think, from What's-His-Face.
I'm sure I can find someone better qualified. I think it's out of juice.
Oh.
What's the difference between a swabby and a mop?
Heard it. You might as well give up. I have heard every joke there is in this world.
Contestants, the time limit has been reached. As neither of you has laughed, the contest is a draw.
See ya.
Okay.
It's the soon-to-be former queen.
Okay, what's this room? Matt's room.
I mean, I guess this is algebra? I actually have no idea. I can feel all the warmth escaping up the chimney. It's an empty bucket.
Can I take it? No. Okay, let's see what's involved in this one.
Ooh, a challenge.
Welcome, Your Majesty, and Mr. Marley/Threepwood to the contest of intelligence. In front of each of you is an advanced algebra problem. You are to solve it as completely as you can, and remember to show your work. No peeking, no copying, no swapping papers, and no cheating whatsoever. I will return in 20 seconds to grade your papers. Your time starts now.
I don't have the slightest idea how to solve an algebra problem.
No funny business, Buster.
Is the fireplace broken or something?
No.
I have no idea what that says.
Time's up. I'll take your papers. No surprises here. Queen Odina has delivered a clear and correct answer with a step-by-step proof. Mr. Threepwood appears to have copied parts of several unrelated equations from the blackboard. Queen Odina is the winner.
Better luck next time.
Okay. Either I need to find some way to either swap papers or mess around with what's on the board. The fish one. Okay. This obviously will not go well, but still.
It's an empty bucket. Smells pretty fishy, though. Today's contest of hardiness will feature Slimehead.
I wonder if we're able to change this, or... There's probably a mention of where they get the fish from. I assume this won't go well.
Ladies and gentlemen, although your appetite for this nauseating affair never ceases to amaze me, it is my solemn duty to adjudicate this, the contest of heartiness. As you are all thoroughly aware, the objective is to successfully and permanently consume more raw fish than your opponent. Today's challenge fish is Slimehead. Wait a moment! The bucket of plenty contains no plenty. There are no fish here whatsoever, and the contest cannot be held without fish. Everyone go home.
Alright, so I gotta source some slime head. And then find a way to eat it without throwing up, presumably. Okay. Alright, well that's how we get the key, presumably, is to find a way to beat all of those contests. Let's see if we can find the joke book.
To be honest, the Sea Monkey 2 feels a little less mighty next to LeChuck's triple-wide barge.
No vessel can be outdone which bears my dread visage as its masthead. Not even your leaky tub.
Thanks for the pep talk, Murray.
I dispense no pep, only terrible truths.
Hello? Anyone up there patrolling the deck? Ready to kick me into the sea? Sounds like the coast is clear. I hope. Unless it's a trap.
You are a disgrace to the pirating profession.
I'm more focused on the staying alive profession right now, thanks. So far, so good.
Okay. Okay, Bob, I need the book.
I think it's out of juice.
Lame.
So, obviously I'm actually Guybrush Threepwood.
Pleased to meet you. Again. I assume that's your real skin this time?
Correct.
Yeah. Sorry for tricking you with the other two.
Two?
One. Math's not my best subject.
Either way, don't worry about it. You're LeChuck's rival, not mine. I've got better things to worry about. Also, I enjoyed the book you brought me.
Right, speaking of...
Are you finished with the joke book yet?
Emotionally, yes. It's not that long, and I've read it 16 times already.
Can I have the joke book back?
Then what am I supposed to read?
You said you were finished. You've read it 16 times.
It's boring reading it over and over, but it's better than nothing.
Where is everybody?
Flambe's up in the crow's nest. Odds are he's sleeping. Iron Rose said she was running an errand. The rest went with LeChuck on that other ship.
Would that be Captain Madison's ship?
I think that's right.
Interesting. Don't tell LeChuck I was here, okay?
Don't worry. I wouldn't want to risk making him that angry. He gets a bit, scary.
Yeah, it's true.
Remind me why Flambe still has a job. He doesn't do anything.
He's handy to have around when we have to fix things below the waterline at night.
Fair enough.
Hang in there, Bob.
Still not funny.
Yeah, it's a little funny, Bob. It's a little funny. Okay, what can I give him to read? If I give him this, I won't be able to undo stuff. Do you think he'll want LeChuck's diary?
Hey, Bob, I've got a great book for you. It's LeChuck's personal diary.
Yikes. I wouldn't want to be caught with that. And you shouldn't either.
Okay, not that. The horrible poem? Yeah, he might want this.
Hey, Bob, I've got a great book for you. It's Gullet's poetry. Unpublished. You can get a sneak peek.
There is nothing about Gullet that I want a sneak peek of.
What kind of books do you like?
At this point, I'd have to say long ones. I go for pure, unadulterated, massive length.
Same.
Books is
Same,
at
Bob.
the end.
I mean, this is very, very long and very dry.
I need someone who knows how to sell stuff to sailors.
Right, gotta find an incredibly long book, preferably one that never ends. Hey, Scruffles. Still no, huh? Alright. Let's check in on Flambe. He is indeed still asleep.
I wouldn't want to wake him up. These things get more sophisticated every year.
Oh, I can't look through it. Okay. Not Not much to do there. See if anyone's below deck. Okay, anything in here? Can I take this yet?
If I'm wrong about what that is, taking it would be a big mistake. If I'm right, it would be a bigger one.
Future's not here. Looks like she got a proper book of it.
An empty demon pepper box. Looks like Putra replenished her supplies.
Okay, so presumably I fill up the fish bucket and then sprinkle in the demon pepper and make sure not to eat it myself.
Ugh, I'll keep my distance. Mothers are more vicious defending their young.
Okay. So I gotta find a long book for... Shit. I gotta find a long book for Apple Bob. Which I think I can get from Carla. There was something about one of those books that never ends or something, wasn't there? Well, whatever, we'll find out, because I can't think of anywhere else where there are any books. Okay, what have we got here? Big book of treasure maps. The endless tale of the voyage that would not end. That's gotta be it.
I tried to read that once, but I couldn't finish it. Can I borrow this book?
One book at a time. I only trust you so far.
Okay, right. I gotta get the cookbook back. What's back here? Has anything changed here?
Employees only. It seems to be stuck closed.
I don't think he didn't say it was locked, but...
I don't see anything useful here.
Oh, Wally.
Somehow I don't think he's doing fine. Wally? What happened here? Wally's shop has been ransacked. This is all that's left of Wally's standard-sized maps, globe, odd-sized maps, and boxes of other maps. Who could have done this? I guess LeChuck. Obvious. Wally, can you hear me? Are you okay? I guess he's not here. He's probably not okay.
Probably not okay.
These maps were Wally's life's work. At least I assume so. Well, they left behind the solid gold compass rose. This was no standard plundering.
Can I have it?
Well, they left behind the solid gold compass rose.
No,
this was no standard plundering.
Wait, maybe I can prize it out? No. Okay.
Are you done with the cookbook? I'd like it back.
No, you can't take it! With my bar gone and no hope to repair it, this is all I have left!
You should probably put out the rest of these flames.
Thanks, I'll do that.
You should probably put out the rest of these flames.
Thanks, I'll do that.
Okay, so... maybe I can get an IOU? To, like, fix up his bar, and maybe he'll be like, okay. Try that.
Come on!
Okay, hang on. IOU.
Can I get this applied to a different project?
Fine, fine. What do you want?
Ship suffered damage, jail needs to be reformed. I want to rebuild a little bit. Yeah, it's probably that one.
I want to rebuild local businesses.
I'm sure you'll have public support on that one. Here you go.
Okay. So he might be okay with that? Ugh, why'd I take the long way around? Wall Street? Docks.
What would you say if I told you the governor authorized funds for the rebuilding of the scum bar at an unspecified future date?
She did? That's fantastic. I'll have a sunken area that catches grog spills for recycling and a medical triage room.
Why do we have a medical triage?
What's the plan?
Cool. Can I have the book now?
Okay if I take this cookbook back now?
Sure, of course.
Not done with my drink.
Well, that's mine now. See ya.
That was refreshing.
Okay. Probably need that for one of the contests. Okay. Let's give Carla this book back and then try to take the long book.
Wait your turn.
No, see ya. Interesting. Oh, it's gone. Fuck. Oh well.
Thanks.
It looks like you tried to cook the book instead of the recipe. Oh well, I should be thankful I'm getting it back at all. Next time you can just put it in the bookshelf yourself.
Good. So where's the endless one? This one.
Can I borrow this book?
Fine.
Thanks. I won't let you down. I'll definitely return this.
No, I won't. Okay, back to the chuck ship.
I'll make this quick. I don't know when LeChuck's coming back.
Okay, Bob, here is a really long book. Huh? Weird.
Hey, Bob, would you like to read this book? It's about a voyage that never ends.
Sounds interesting. And long. Here's your joke book back.
Neat. Bermuda. Okay, let's see if we can beat the joke contest now with the joke book. Wait, no, that's where I want it to be. Seriousness room.
It's carved out of wood, but it's very lifelike.
Okay, joke book.
It's Flambe's Underworld Joke Book. All jokes about demons and otherworldly stuff.
Alright, let's see if it works.
If you will all come to order, the contest will begin. The first contestant to laugh is the loser.
What do you call a pirate with 12 swords? Whatever he wants you to.
It'll take more than that to crack me up. Why do demons have horns on their heads? Because they're too uncomfortable under the arms.
Okay, she really like that one.
I've never heard that one before.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice.
Where did you get that book? I'm confiscating this.
Hey. Alright, well, that's one contest down.
One contest down, 2 to go.
Okay. Then we need to get fish, I guess. Where's my to-do list? How am I gonna get the quarantine ship flag? I also need to get into Stan. Which means I need to find my own picture. Okay, alright, where was the fish room? Let's just confirm. I think it's slime heads or something. Meanwhile...
You found it like this?
It was over 200 years old. It's the only one on the island. An irreplaceable natural resource. What are we supposed to do with it now? Make two things?
How many people besides yourself even know the location of this tree?
Not many at all. I did tell someone about it just recently, but...
But what? Who was it?
Well, odd coincidence.
Oh, shit. Elaine will not be happy. Okay, fish of the day is slime head. Slime head, okay. Now wait. Let me actually read it.
Today's contest of hardiness will feature Slimehead.
Slimehead, okay. So we gotta get some Slimehead. High Street.
Hello.
Okay, where's the slime head, guys?
I'd like to buy some slime heads.
Stout fellow. Here's a box full. Should be plenty. You want me to run a tab for you?
Sure. Thanks.
Okay. So I got the slime heads. I have the demon pepper, which presumably I can use to make it inedible, basically. And then steal this?
Not done with my drink.
Yeah, they're slimy, all right. And not just the heads.
I want to take a refreshing drink. Don't taste the demon pepper, it might kill me.
This is Chef Putra's demon pepper, made from the hottest peppers you can get. Tasting it is not a good idea.
Okay. Let's see how this works. I put the slime heads in, douse the bucket with demon pepper. And then maybe when it's my time to eat, I drink that thing. Okay, where was this? Over here. Excuse me. Okay.
That ought to give it some zip.
Okay. Let's try it.
In the defender's chair, the cast iron stomach of Othina the Ninth, reigning Queen of Bermuda and undisputed heartiness champion!
And you share garbage.
And in the challenger's chair, all the way from the Southern Caribbean, still in possession of nearly all of his original teeth, the newcomer, Guybrush Threepwood, aka Mr. Elaine Marley. If you would each now select your first fish and place it on the plate in front of you.
Ooh.
And now,
this may be a bit spicy.
Let the eating commence!
Ah, fuck, did I have to drink first?
Well, it seems that both contestants are having some trouble. I declare this contest a draw. Contestants may now seek medical attention if they so desire.
Okay, I'm guessing I have to take a drink first. Let's try that again. Oh, do I have to go? Oh no, I don't. Good.
That ought to give it some zip.
Okay. So try again, and this time before grabbing it, take the drink.
If you would each now select your first fish and place it on the plate in front of you.
Gross. Looks like day-old avocado soup.
Ah, come on.
Gross. Looks like day-old avocado soup.
Mr. Three.
Yeah.
Ugh. This may be a bit spicy.
And now, let... Well, it seems that both contestants are having some trouble. I declare this contest a draw. Contestants may now...
Okay. Alright, we gotta find some way to... avoid that?
Gross. Looks like day-old avocado soup.
Can I mix this with anything? Is there any reason for me to have this whatsoever? Okay, not sure. Alright, let's talk to the guy on bare bones. Maybe he knows something about the maths exam?
Hold it! Are you sure you weren't followed?
We're safe.
No one is ever 100% safe.
I'm gonna explore the island a little bit.
Holler if you find anything interesting.
Can I have the picture?
Can I have the picture?
No! That would be weird. Think about all the happy years you'll have before he...
Can I have the picture?
No! That would be weird.
Okay. You guys wanting some limes?
You should try limes. They help prevent scurvy.
Where did you hear that?
Is that more of your science mumbo-jumbo?
You need to leave before you catch scurvy.
Have a look at this flyer on limes.
Ascorbic acid deficiency, collagen synthesis, mucous membranes.
Hey, that is a bunch of science nonsense.
We won't have any of that around here.
It's all a trick to track our plunder.
As if you have any plunder.
Okay.
Bye. Don't let the sea bite you.
Little bit at a loss here. Really not sure how I'm meant to get in here.
There's tiny writing. New serial numberless lock.
Oh, you dick. Okay. I feel like I'm on the right track with the fish thing, so I'm just gonna do it. I need to know. Actually, this might be more beneficial. Seagulls don't eat the same thing parrots do, but they do eat. Can I just give it fish? Let's try and just give it one of the fish. Wait. Did one of the guys mention something about seagulls?
Hello.
Can I trade in my fish for some other ones? Oh, they have. What the fuck?
I think I'll browse today's catch.
You'll find none better.
Just realized they have one of the fucking flags up here.
What's that flag with all the holes in it?
Quite proud of that. We caught it up in a fishing net one day. 'Tis one of the signature flags of Bella Fisher herself.
Bella Fisher? That was Bella Fisher's flag?
That's what I said, yes.
Can I have it?
Is the flag for sale?
Bite your tongue. That's property of the chums.
With the who?
No one.
It's too late. The bait's out of the bag. We might as well tell him. The Chums is by way of being a semi-secret society of anglers.
Mostly we tell stories.
Aye, stories about fish.
The best kind, I guess.
Can I join the chums?
Well...
I can tell a good story.
Have you got any good fish stories?
Yeah. One time, I was swallowed by a manatee.
No one knows what a manatee is.
True.
Trust me, make it a whale. It'll be better.
Okay.
Take this fishing lure. Other chums will have these too, on their clothes or displayed somewhere. Go out and find them, show them your lure, and tell them your story. They'll give you advice. Learn all you can, then come back here and tell us your story again.
You could start with that young pirate that hangs around at the Scum Bar.
Don't tell him where to start. He's supposed to look for the lures.
Well, I found one. Almost certain he said something about seagulls.
Wasn't this closer to the box before? I know fish can't blink, and I want to keep on knowing that. Just thinking about not imagining it is making me imagine it. They look a little ripe. Are the blowfish for sale?
No, indeed. These are for personal use.
Personal use
They're excellent
blowfish.
for burping contests. Care to join us?
Don't mind if I do.
Winner gets to keep the blowfish.
Impressive.
Aye, well done. I hereby declare this a draw.
Okay, I know what I need the drink for now. Not sure what I need the blowfish for, but whatever. It's a step. Alright, let's talk to this guy. I can see the lure on his hat. I actually didn't notice the lure on his hat, but I know Apple Bob has one. And the guard at the ice quarry has one.
Greetings, fellow chum.
Greetings, fellow chum. Have you a story to share?
One time.
Ship was swallowed by a manatee. My ship was swallowed by a whale.
My ship was swallowed by a whale.
You know, what your story needs is a part to set the stage, to let us know what's going on and who the people are. It should come at the beginning, like a,
A beginning?
Like a beginning, exactly. Like, I was on the deck of a burning Spanish galleon with Horseface and Ichijo. And then all of a sudden, and then you take it from there. Want to give it a try?
Okay.
Just broken through a blockade. Pirate Hunter Morgan Le Fay had my first mate at Sword Point. That's actually what happened.
The pirate hunter Morgan Le Fay had my first mate at Sword Point. And then, all of a sudden, my ship was swallowed by a whale.
Yeah, that's the way. Obviously, you're new at this, but don't worry. Other chums can show you more of the ropes.
Okay.
Thanks. I'm taking this again, by the way.
Not done with my drink.
You are now.
Hello.
What's up, guys?
That was refreshing.
Okay.
Hey, how about a burping contest?
Always! Winner keeps the blowfish.
Alright, I think this will do the trick.
Aye, that was an absolute ripper. I hereby declare you the winner. The blowfish is yours.
Sick. Don't know what I need it for, but I got it. Oh wait, do you think the seagull will probably eat it? Yeah? Let's try. Nyong. Alright, seagull.
Where do I find the mint groves?
Okay, so if I blow up the blowfish. Okay, then give the blown up blowfish to the seagull. He'll peck it and... Damn it!
That ought to give it some zip.
Sorry, seagull. He's getting the hell out of here.
This is torn from a portrait of Elaine and me.
Okay, it works. Okay, that's the way it's meant to look, clearly. Okay, so we can use that. Okay, so let's do the chum part first.
Greetings, fellow chum.
Greetings, fellow chum. Have you a story to share?
The pirate hunter Morgan Le Fay had my first mate at sword point. And then, all of a sudden, my ship was swallowed by a whale.
Listen, let me tell you something about anglers.
By which you mean people who fish?
Right, but if you are one, you'd say angler.
I would?
Every subculture has its own special language. Words with significance specific to that subculture. When you use them, you convey both meaning and membership.
That sounds good.
That's why
Makes sense.
authentic sounding fish stories always have plenty of angler lingo. For example, I wouldn't tell people a big fish broke my string. I'd say I was jigging with a hard bait when a strike from a lunker snapped my leader.
Right.
That's both highly specific and difficult to understand.
Exactly the point. Want to give it a try?
Okay. The pirate hunter.
The pirate hunter Morgan. And then, all of a sudden,
My ship was swallowed by a huge lunker of a whale, the real chomping line breaker, if ever there was one.
My ship was swallowed by a huge lunker of a whale. A real chomping line breaker, if ever there was one.
Yeah, that's the way. You almost sound like a real angler. I have given you my best tip. See if you can get some other chums to do the same.
I'll do that. I'd like to visit my close friend Stan, please.
Like I told you, I need to see some hard evidence that you've ever been within 2 feet of each other.
Okay. Take a look at this.
What do you think of this picture of me and my extremely dear friend Stan together? We had it painted at our local Muskrat Club meeting.
You look real close. All right, you can go in and see him, but no escapes.
I wouldn't dream of it.
You don't want to be right there when I open the gate. Go stand next to his stump.
Clunk.
All clear.
It just misses him. Brilliant. Thanks, buddy. Alright, Stan, where you at?
You know, Stan?
Keep on walking. You'll find him.
Alright.
You know, Stan?
Keep on walking, you'll find him.
Alright.
You know where Stan is?
He's in the back corner.
You know where Stan is?
He's in the back corner.
Okay. How many back corners are there?
Seen Stan?
Just past the tunnel.
There he is. What's up, Stan?
Hey, Stan.
Hi there, son. Nice to see you. What are you in for?
Pleurisy?
Nothing. I came to see you.
Always a good idea, son. When you need something, come see Stan. And you've picked a good time because I have seen the future. I want you to consider these 2 words. Ice. Sculpture. Separately, they're exciting. Strength. Elegant. Transparency. Together, they could be life-changing. The chill of the Arctic combined with the blaze of the avant-garde. Nature, tamed by man, bent to his will with chisels and fire. These fine examples of neo-post-colonial abstract representationalism can turn a dining room into a banquet hall.
Okay.
Stan, not today.
Don't wait too long. They're selling like hotcakes.
Who's buying them?
This place sure is quiet.
That's what productivity sounds like.
How about I bust you out of here? This place seems a little harsher than the jail on Melee. I might or might not know a competent locksmith who could take care of those shackles.
Oh no, son, I can't escape. Wouldn't be wise. I'm only in for a month after all. Got a copy of the judge's order right here.
Judicial Order, 673rd Circuit Court, Bermuda. Judge Plank presiding. It is hereby ordered that the defendant, Smile and Stan S. Stanman, is to be remanded to hard labor at the Bermuda Ice Quarry for the unfortunately trivial term of 1 month.
Yeah, I sure did get off light. Lucky for me, they never caught on to my pyramid scheme, or I'd probably be doing 10 years.
Oof.
Tell me more about that pyramid scheme you mentioned.
Honestly, I don't know why the law makes such a big deal about it. It's just creative money management. Easy if you know what to do with the figures. I've got this accountant, Filigree.
I know.
He's a genius with that stuff. If they ever saw his records, well, let's just say the first thing I'm doing when I get out is go burn all that paperwork.
Okay.
I think I'll poke around a little.
You enjoy yourself, son.
Okay. Can I get you to take a look at this?
Elaine and I could use some marketing advice. The Marley Foundation is trying to combat scurvy by distributing limes, but no one's willing to take them.
I feel your pain, son. I had a similar problem selling life preservers in the farming community. Sometimes people don't know what they want even when they want it. You got any promotional materials?
Elaine made this pamphlet.
I see the problem. It's wrong from top to bottom. You couldn't sell water to fish with this blather.
It's a little dry.
It's got facts in it. Worse than that, scientific facts. I'll need to meet with her to iron this out.
Can't you just tell me what to do and I'll tell her?
No, that won't do. Things get lost in translation. A whinny isn't a whinny if it doesn't come out of a horse's mouth. No shade on you, son, but you're not a pro. You wouldn't be able to convey the nuance that's needed here. She and I have got to have a meeting of the minds, and minds have got to meet face to face.
Okay.
Let her know.
Alright, so...
I think I'll poke around a little.
You enjoy yourself, son.
Okay, so... we gotta convince Stan that he wants to get out.
It looks like a secret escape tunnel.
Yeah, so we probably have to convince Stan that he wants to escape and then help him escape. But the only way that's going to happen is if his term gets extended. So if we talk to Ned and show him that Stan's actually going to be out like
Are you sure you weren't followed?
or a
We're
month.
safe. No one is ever 100% safe.
Oh dear. I think you might be interested in this judicial order in the case against Stan S. Stanman.
Ah, what's this? Only a month? Oh no! Take these records! Get them to the courthouse on Bermuda! They'll know what to do with them. It's very damaging stuff. Stan will get 10 years at a minimum. I'd take care of it myself, but I've got to pack for witness protection. Oh goodness!
Can I have your picture now?
Can I have the picture?
Not now, I'm packing.
Ugh. Alright, now we got that. So we'll give that to the judge and see what happens. Let's have a look at it first.
There is a lot of junk in here, but I think I see the evidence that will...
Oops. Lock Stan up for a while. Okay.
Your Honor, I submit this satchel bursting with incriminating financial documents as Exhibit A in Everyone v. Stan.
The evidence is so entered. The court requires that Ned Filigree swear an affidavit if said evidence is to be accepted.
Can Your Honor please cite the statute requiring a sworn affidavit in cases of...
Statute 7, Section H, subsection G, parenthesis E.
I see.
And Section U, parenthesis E, parenthesis II, subsection A, parenthesis B.
Okay.
And Section S, parenthesis T, parenthesis F, subsection U.
STFU?
I withdraw the question. For the court, I can state that I'm Ned Filigree.
This court can establish vis-a-vis customs documents that your name is actually Mr. Elaine Marley, a.k.a. Guybrush Threepwood. If I don't get order, I will clear the court. The court can only accept said documents when accompanied by a sworn affidavit of the person who is legally Ned Filigree. Court is adjourned.
Right. I'll have to convince Ned to make a sworn affidavit, which I don't think he will. But we'll find out. No.
Weirdly, this island seems even smaller now that there's no one here.
Crap. Well, I got this. Okay, and that's what that painting really looks like. Maybe? Does that look right? It's hard to tell. I think this is the correct one. Anyway. Right, where did he go? You think he went to Terror Island? Okay. We can get through this place now, because I have matches. I forgot I picked up matches. Okay. Matches. Matches? Somewhere? There. And our oil lamp.
Okay, it's lit. It says, warning, you are about to enter a maze of twisty passages, mostly very similar.
Great. Great. Alright, we need a map. Ugh. That's gonna keep going right.
Looks like someone forgot to pick up their trash.
Every ocean sunrise and moonrise reminds me of you, those jewel orbs dancing in the winter sky, he mused, pen in hand. With the E symbol. Which is nowhere. There it is. Their last summer night together was torrid, lurid, and whatever that is. The night was long, but insufficiently so, because morning came too soon, when you must set sail. So, an X with a line through it. There's none of these. Still none of these. Still none of these. Okay. Spring sprung hard, the thing that looks like a fish, or an eye. Flowers yawned wide, the bees dove in, knowing he must sail away the next season on his major voyage quest. She tried and failed to keep it casual. Okay, so we're looking for fish. His major voyage quest nearing completion, Reginald's nose tasted... I guess. Spring coming once again upon the sea's breezes, oh, for the land to be ho again. Okay, so this one. Those crisp fall alpha nights at sea, the ship undulated wet and rocking, and yet in the bunks below decks no one was knocking. No one. Fuck. Guess I have to do it in the order of the story. So which one is first? Their last summer night together. Okay, so that's not right. Spring, which is the start. Every ocean sunrise and moonrise reminds me of you. So that's probably the first one. Pen in hand. Spring sprung hard, knowing he must sail away next season, so the spring is first. Then their last summer night together, so that's next. The crisp fall, nights at sea, so he's already at sea at this point. Then his major quest nearing the end. Okay, so we have to do E, fish, X, I looking left, I looking straight. Okay, E, fish. God damn it. Okay, E. Okay, the E is pointing right. Okay, what we might do is start again. Ah, shit. No, we might use this thing.
XYZZY.
Okay, so now when we're at the beginning, do I still have them? Yes. So we need E first. That's where we're working our way backwards. Alright, here's E. And we need fish. And we need X, which isn't there. Not really sure what I'm meant to do here. I thought it was follow the story. Okay, I'm clearly missing something. How do I get through the twisty passages? You have 5 strange notes in your inventory, each with a strange symbol. Together the notes seem to tell a story, which it does. I figured that out. All of the notes have strange symbols written on them, which seem to correspond with the symbols written on. Yes. To navigate the twisty passages, you have to figure out the correct order of the strange notes and enter passageways that correspond to each symbol. Yeah. Each note references a season. Perhaps that could be used as a clue to the correct order. Again. First note is the one that references spring. Oh, spring is the beginning. Okay, I got the order wrong. Dancing in the winter sky. Oh, I didn't even see the winter part on that. Okay. So it's fish, X, E. No. Fish, X, I left, E, I forward. Yeah. Okay, so let's start again.
XYZZY.
Okay, let's try this again. So it's fish first. Then X. Then I left. Then E. Then I forward. Sick.
The pit of agony lies ahead. That's promising. It looks really deep. Okay, here goes. Oh no, the lamp is going out. I should have seen that coming. Water, fire.
Makes sense.
How am I gonna get out of here? Help! Help!
I think I have an option here.
Help! SOS!
If I just wait, what happens?
This is the point where Elaine usually rescues me.
Correct. We'll give him to 6 minutes and see what happens.
It's the pirate's life for me. Elaine! Anytime now. It's dark in here. Help!
I am kind of moving in the background.
I probably shouldn't be talking while holding my breath.
I'm sure he's just saying it all in his head and everything's fine.
Help! Help!
Does he just keep saying help?
SOS!
Alright, I think he's just repeating himself.
XYZ. It's dark in here.
Okay.
That was a close one. I'll have to remember that fire doesn't burn underwater.
Ah, but it does. So, I need Flambe's head. It's demon fireworks underwater. So if I use...
This is a bunch of empty containers of preservatives and coloring agents.
If I use the oil lamp on Flambe...
I'm sure he won't mind if I borrow some demon fire.
Alright, there we go. Okay, now we got demon fire. Hopefully we don't have to do this route again, because I've already forgotten it. It's okay, good. Several twisty passages later. Alright, we're back. We got demon fire. Demon fire does not go out underwater.
Okay, here goes.
Sick. Sure is dark back there.
Looking at these ribs is making me hungry. Ugh, somebody forgot their bones.
They left their bones behind. Ah.
It says, warning, it's a long way... Ow! Oh!
Homer Simpson.
Oh!
Herman!
Ow!
Lucky thing you landed on my bed.
Herman tooth rot?
I think so. It's been a while.
How have you been?
How have you been?
How have you been, you salty old bastard?
Have you been in this cave very long?
Well, not in geologic terms. As a percentage of the total number of years of existence of the cave itself, it would be a small number. On a human scale, however, yes! It all depends on your perspective.
I'm looking for a golden key.
Sounds like something I might have read in a book once. Are you a fictional character?
Not that I'm aware of. How does a person get out of this place?
Typically, you don't.
Are you freaked out by all the weird screaming in the caves?
Oh, that's me. Just a little light entertainment and well-being work. Primal screaming is very therapeutic. Try it.
Ah! Whew, you're right. Yeah, that feels good. Can I get you anything?
Out would be nice.
It's a golden key.
No touching.
That's a golden key.
Maybe it's mine.
The precious?
You were hunting for the keys too. That's how you got stuck here.
Is it? I suppose that would make sense.
Let's make a deal for the key.
I'm pretty sure I wanted it for a reason, but a decade or so in a dark cave can do funny things to your memory. So, get me out of here, and then I'll let you have the key.
How do I know I can trust you?
I don't know. How do I know I can trust you?
We've met many times before.
If you let me have the key, then I'll get you out of the cave.
That sounds good. As long as it's escape first, key afterward.
Me having the key is for the greater good.
For the greater good of you, certainly.
It needs to be key first, then escape.
It needs to be escape first, then key.
Just give me the key already.
Now!
Give me that key.
Now!
I need it.
Uh-oh.
Whoops.
I'm eager to see how you're gonna get us out of here now.
Me too. Okay.
Want to hear a quote?
Sure. Can I light this? Can I light anything on fire?
Reginald unfurled the perfumed missive and slid his eyes along it.
Igniting this firewood in my pocket isn't the smartest idea I've ever had. I should find somewhere to put it.
Okay. Neither of these are
My
allowed.
sweetest...
What is this?
Reginald swooped and...
Did it work? No. Okay. Does that help me at all? No.
Cornelia's betrothed was a vile, vicious, and reviled little lord of the moniker Laszlo Smirk. He sneered.
I mean, I can just do this.
Remember, my dear...
XYZZY.
See you, Herman.
Well, that wasn't so hard.
What happened to Mr. Toothrot?
What?
Did you get him out of the cave? How'd you do it?
That's not part of this story.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Herman. You're on your own. Alright, we got one key.
It's a little dirty, but still one of the most beautiful keys I've ever seen.
Alright, one down. 4 to go. Empty grog mug. Alright, let's talk to Apple Bob. And see if he can help us. Can I light something on fire? I say this every day. Yeah. Okay, just let me light anything. Any small thing on fire. That's fine. Just a little bit. I gotta ease the pyromaniac inside me. Okay, Apple Bob.
Greetings, fellow chum.
Greetings, fellow chum. Have you a story to share?
I do.
The pirate hunter Morgan Le Fay had my first mate at sword point. And then, all of a sudden, my ship was swallowed by a huge lunker of a whale. A real chum-chomping line breaker, if ever there was one.
You know what? I think your story would really benefit from some colorful description. Like when I hook a fish. I don't just say I hooked a fish. I say there was a majestic fish, glistening like liquid silver, dashing through the waves, stretching my line out like the truth in a schoolboy's mouth.
Oh, that does seem a little more gripping.
Want to give it a try?
Okay. The pirate hunter Morgan Le Fay had my first mate at sword point. And then, all of a sudden...
My ship was swallowed by a titanic whale with eyes like destiny and skin tattooed by 100 harpoons. This doesn't use any of the stuff, though. Anyway.
My ship was swallowed by a titanic alabaster whale with eyes like destiny and skin tattooed by 100 harpoons.
Dazzling. I can see you're developing your flight feathers. Keep talking to other chums and you'll really learn to soar.
Okay.
I'll do that.
There must be more. There must be more chums around somewhere. Okay, what else can we even do? Get the flag from the fish shop, right? Working on that. Get the quarantine ship flag. No idea. Contest of hardiness. It's something to do with the fish and putting the demon pepper on it, but then I need some way of not dying from that. How do I go about old Mrs. Smith's golden key? Okay. I'll try and bring this. Bam, 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 bam.
Threepwood, alive? How is that possible?
Someone saw him talking to an old crone on Low Street. I confirmed it myself.
I'm more concerned about the crone than Threepwood. Who is she?
Just some old bag of bones. Don't worry about her. I took care of her.
Excellent.
She did have a key on her. A big, fancy gold one. Do you want it?
No. We don't need the keys. We have a better way. Just put it where Threepwood won't get it.
Like where?
I don't care. Use your imagination.
Yes, Captain.
Now, I have another task for you. You'll need to pick up a few things from our ship on the way.
Okay. She might be back at the ship now? Let me do this. So if I give the note about the key being liquidated to the judge. I don't know if this even counts, but I'll try.
I submit these official-looking documents to the court, seeking a reprieve from destruction.
Order! Order in the court. Upon review of said order, the court finds that due to procedural backlog, the listed items have not been destroyed.
Sick.
Except for the fancy box that Brad from accounting took.
The legality of the aforementioned document having been presented is verified. Presenting pleadant may therefore take possession of said items.
Sick.
I have no idea what you just said, but thanks for the key.
Order! Order in the court! Outbursts of thanks will not be tolerated.
Outbursts of thanks. Alright, 2 keys. That one was surprisingly easy.
It's one of the most beautiful keys I've ever seen.
Okay. Let's see if I can give the judge this picture that has Ned and Stan. Nope. Nope. Shit. There's too many buttons.
Order! Order in the court! I will have order! Do not waste this court's time by submitting incompetent, irrelevant, and immaterial evidence.
Okay, so he doesn't care. Alright. Right, let's try to go to LeChuck's ship and see if Iron Rose is back, and we might figure out where she's put the 3rd key. Let's see if she's back first. Not seeing her. Nothing new in here. And nothing new in here. Okay. She hasn't made it back here yet. Possibly. Okay. I presume Elaine isn't on Scurvy Island anymore if she's gone to talk to... Oh, no, there she is.
Hi.
Hi.
Is she gonna give out to me about the tree?
You wouldn't happen to have a mop, would you?
Not anymore.
I see. No problem. I don't actually need one. I was just curious.
Could you come to the ice quarry on Bermuda to talk with Stan about your pamphlet?
Oh no, I couldn't possibly go there. Bad optics. He'll have to come here.
It's a prison, though. Him not leaving is sort of the main idea.
How long till he's out?
A month.
That's not so bad.
Love you.
You too.
Okay. Where do we think the other guy has gone? I'm just gonna check some of the Terror Island places. Where might he have gone? Okay, we've been here. No. Slimy Grotto. Like, there's a few places that don't seem to have much in them, so I'm just wondering if maybe your man is in some of them? Or has disappeared to them? No. No. I think that's it. Into that one. Okay, he's not here. Maybe he's gone to Melee Island. Sign here. Thought they said they got rid of Whitey Bones.
Hi.
Hey, boy. Got a warning for you.
Go on.
Warning?
You're in danger. A stocky little ghost lady found me out. She came here and roughed me up. Took away my golden key.
Oh, no. Any idea where she might have taken it?
Don't know. Can't afford to care. I know when I'm beat. I'm giving up on the secret. You ought to get out, too.
Thanks for the warning. I've got 2 golden keys.
Good for you. But you be careful.
See you around, Whitey.
Most likely.
Okay, let's just check in on our to-do list. Alright. Get the 5 keys for the safe. Whitey's key has been stolen, so we gotta figure out where that is. Acquire old Mrs. Smith's key, which we've done. Acquire Bella Fish's golden key. We need her flags for that. I don't know how I'm gonna get the quarantine shift flag. I probably have to have Stan rewrite the flyer to do that. Bermuda one, I gotta win the 2 contests. I don't even know where to begin with the intelligence one. Okay.
Welcome back.
Hi there. Hello again. Can I get another key made?
Sure. Just write down the serial number and give it to me.
Oh, she has a lure.
Greetings, fellow chum.
Greetings, fellow chum. Have you a story to share?
The pirate hunter Morgan Le Fay had my first mate at sword point. And then, all of a sudden, my ship was swallowed by a titanic alabaster whale with eyes like destiny and skin tattooed by 100 harpoons.
But then what? A key point of every fish story is a dramatic ending. Did you land the fish? Did it get away? Does someone get married or killed or both? People want to know how things turn out.
Oh, that makes sense.
Want to give it a try?
Okay. The pirate hunter, and then all...
Ship was swallowed by it.
My ship was...
Then we escaped through the digestive system, gross. That is actually what happened, though. Then Morgan knocked me out and sold me to my enemies. That also happened. Then we stuck an umbrella jig head in the beastie's mouth and reeled it in from the inside. The creature let out like... Oh, no, sorry. Escaping through the digestive system is what happens if you do the joke solution. You need to collect like 1,000 of some item and gradually feed them all to the whale. I think it's this one.
Then we stuck an umbrella jig head in the beastie's mouth and reeled it in from the inside.
I think you've got a lock on it. That was well executed. You know who you should talk to? Elaine Marley. She used to be the governor here, but I think she's on Scurvy Island these days.
Yep, thanks.
She's a chum? She isn't wearing one of the things, though. You think if your wife was part of a secret society, she'd tell you? Elaine?
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, she does. It's on her jacket. I didn't even see it.
Greetings, fellow chum.
Guybrush, you've joined the chums.
I'm working
I'm
on
glad. Maybe a new hobby will help you get your mind off the secret.
Doubt.
Sure.
Well, let's hear what you got.
The pirate hunter Morgan Le Fay had my first mate at sword point. And then, all of a sudden, my ship was swallowed by a titanic...
Skip.
Then we stuck an umbrella jig head...
That's nice, Guybrush, but I think you've left out the most interesting part. What was it like inside the whale? What happened in there? People want to hear about the experience.
That makes sense.
Want to give it a try?
Okay. The pirate... And then, my ship was...
Okay, a guy already inside thought I wanted to steal his girlfriend. True. Inside it was like walking on soft cheese with rivers of pea soup that stank like a landlubber's bait box. Again, also true. It began to crack the ship apart like 4 drunken wedding guests. No.
Inside, it was like walking on soft cheese with rivers of pea soup that stank like a landlubber's bait box.
Morgan Le Fay and I said we were married again. True. One false move and you'd be wearing Jonah's overcoat, a layer of greasy phlegm as thick as day-old pancake batter. Gross. I lit the hole with Flambe's head.
One false move, and you'd be wearing Jonah's overcoat, a layer of greasy phlegm as thick as day-old pancake batter.
Gross.
Then we stuck an umbrella jig head in the beastie's mouth and reeled it in from the inside.
I think you've got it. That was really good, sweetie. You should tell a story to the chums' leadership at the Codswallop Fish Shop.
Alright, we got it. Let's do it. Alright, I'm gonna do this, and then I'll probably take a break. Fish.
Hello.
Okay, do I just talk to you, or do I have to do the thing?
Greetings, fellow chum.
Greetings, fellow chum. Have you a story to share?
And don't be nervous thinking it's a test to see whether you've mastered the art.
Even though that's just what it is.
It is exactly that.
The pirate hunter Morgan Le Fay had my first mate at sword point. And then, all of a sudden, my ship was swallowed by a titanic alabaster whale with eyes like destiny and skin tattooed by 100 harpoons. Inside, it was like walking on soft cheese with rivers of pea soup that stank like a landlubber's bait box. One false move, and you'd be wearing Jonah's overcoat, a layer of greasy phlegm as thick as day-old pancake batter.
Gross.
Then we stuck an umbrella jig head in the beastie's mouth and reeled it in from the inside.
That was a whopper of a story.
You've clearly learned all there is to learn.
Nice.
I hereby declare you to be a chum Grand Master.
Grand Master of
Congratulations.
Chum.
Wow.
Thanks.
Thank you. That's a great honor.
Can I have the flag now, please?
Is it alright if I take this flag with me?
That would be within your rights as a well-respected chum of the highest order.
Seriously?
Many hours later. Okay, I can get it now. It's fine.
Be sure to treat it nice. It doesn't need more holes than it's got already.
You'll find the holes are actually part of the cipher. Meanwhile, ellipses.
They were all in on it, but Threepwood was the ringleader. First he's banging me and the other skulls around with a femur, forcing us to sing musical notes against our will. Then he's shouting nonsense like a drunk parrot, and he takes a bite out of a squid's arm. Right after that, that's when the earthquake started.
Still, it could be a coincidence.
You find a shark in your swimming pool, that's not a coincidence.
She's starting to see a side of Guybrush that maybe she didn't want to see. Okay.
It's one of Bella Fisher's flags, about 15 by 15 and full of holes.
Okay, so there's one on the quarantine ship, and there's one in the museum that I don't know how to get to. Let's just check out the museum again before we finish for today. What if I show him this one?
That flag in the case isn't so special. I've got one just like it myself.
Yours is unlikely to be genuine, though. Only 3 are known to exist.
That flag in the case isn't so special. I've got one just like it myself.
Yours is unlikely to be genuine, though. Only 3 are known to exist.
Yeah, but this one is genuine. Did anything change while Elaine was there? No. Okay. It's still a horrible place to be. Okay. I think I'm gonna call it there anyway. Mostly because I'm a little stumped at where to go next, to be honest. Anyway, that's it from us for today. From me, at least, for Return to Monkey Island. So we'll continue this next week for Foley Fables. Tomorrow, we're gonna play a little bit of the Harvestella demo. Harvestella is like, think of it as like Rune Factory. It's like a modern remaking or spiritual successor to something like Rune Factory. It's like half Stardew Valley farming stuff, and then the other half is RPG combat, JRPG combat. So this should be an interesting one. On Friday, we'll take a look at the Valkyrie Elysium. Again, the demo, because I can't afford to buy all these games, so I'm just going to play the demos instead. Valkyrie Elysium is an action RPG that is based on the Valkyrie profile, Valkyrie Lenneth games that were PSP, PS Vita titles. They, I believe, were turn-based kind of tactical things, whereas Valkyrie Elysium will be more of a action RPG kind of thing. So we're going to check that out on Friday. And then Saturday, we may be finishing Xenoblade Chronicles 2. We're pretty close to the end of it now, so I have a feeling that we'll finish it on Saturday. But anyway, and then Sunday, weekly news recap and channel update, and we'll start the week over again. Anyway, thanks for dropping by, Doomtrain Inc. and Diggs, by the way, who I think was a boss, but whatever. His they drop by anyway. And anyone who's lurking in the background, it's always appreciated. It's nice to have other people along for the ride and see how I cannot solve puzzles when I'm recording, but whatever. Okay, I'm gonna head off. Have a good rest of your evening. Hopefully see some of you tomorrow for Harvestella. Have a good one.